Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Lucas Probo. I'm responsible in IceWarp for the demos, for the whole pre-sale process in general, and therefore today I will be presenting you the new version, the upcoming version of IceWarp product, which is called EPOS. So let's have a look to what we have, what it consists from, and whether it is a good choice for you as well, whether you would like it. And of course, feel free to use chat for any questions you might have during the presentation, or you can also ask me or my colleague directly using the microphone. So let's get started. So let's start first of all in here. That is the web client. IceWarp have one important idea which should be a little bit explained, and that is to provide you all-in-one interface, meaning that in here, in the IceWarp web client, especially in this upcoming version of EPOS, the user have access to all those features he might use, starting from an email coming through a team chat for team collaboration, communication in between internal and external people, going to conferences, to organizing conferences, recordings, sharing those recordings exactly the same way as you are connected at the moment. Then, of course, calendars, organizing various calendars, working with multiple calendars, even with shared calendars, public resources, all the other stuff. Then throughout the contacts, files and documents, which allows you to very easily just using one single click start editing any Office-like document right in the browser in the IceWarp web client. And then also tasks for personal tasks, assigning tasks to your colleagues throughout the notes. And recently, we also added an app store, which allow users to very easily, just using few steps, pair their mobile devices with IceWarp, and also download various applications which we offer. For example, IceWarp Desktop, which includes not only desktop offices, but also desktop client, which is our own application, solely working as the replacement of Outlook. And of course, a Team Chat desktop or file sync for synchronization of files in between the user account and their devices. Then also on the right side, you can see that there is a chat. This chat is basically one-to-one. It's a private chat, private type of the conversation, which is always in between one and the other person. It handles all the history. And because we also have the application for mobile devices, then it doesn't really matter whether the chat has been started in the web client or in the mobile device, because the whole synchronization, the whole conversation is synchronized and accessible throughout all those devices. And one of the most important thing, which is in this IceWarp EPOS version, is the dashboard. Dashboard you can imagine as simplified desktop, as we all know from personal computers in general, but it is in the web client, accessible throughout any type of web browser from anywhere, literally anywhere around the globe. So all you need is just the browser, and as you can see here, you have access to all those various features. But let's go through all of those one by one in a little bit more detail. So coming back to an email, IceWarp uses all the basic standards, all the standards in the email and collaboration industry, meaning that it of course has IMAP, POP3, SMTP, all SSL connections secured, and encrypted. It also have CalDAV, CardDAV, WebDAV, all those type of communications, and as all we as expect, also Exchange ActiveSync for synchronization with mobile devices, which is currently, industry standard. So in terms of that, of course, user may organize his emails into folders and subfolders, also based on the rules which he can create. He may also have access to shared inboxes. So in case here my colleague Celia is, for example, on vacation and I should be, managing her inbox, uh, if it's possible, if it's necessary, she can also give me a permission to send her emails on behalf of her. uh, so during the vacation, I can be, the delegate of her inbox. And of course, also public inboxes. Those are mostly used for those generic email addresses like info, marketing, sales, and other stuff. So where all those cases where you need to have multiple team members co-working on the same email messages, but keeping them, synchronized. What email has been already, replied, and what was the reply about? Good. So I don't really want to go that deep in just an email because we all know what the email is and what to expect from that. So just a few highlights. Of course, you may work with various tags. As you can see, you can also select a custom color. You can, of course, search by this tag, so get immediate results of what else, includes this tag which you use there. You may also work with flags to mark it as done or mark it to be done. And you may ask even yourself, how do we, move the file to or move the email to a different folder? Well, because recently we implemented this minimized folder tree, it might be difficult, to move those messages in between various folders. But the thing is that we were thinking how to do that as smooth as possible. So you just drag it and drop it to a pop-up with the folder tree. Yeah, so it is very easy, very convenient, and I would say no explanation is actually needed once you show it to a user. Another quite unique thing is that, for example, here I received from Jerry a demo questionnaire, and he's asking me to check the questionnaire if it is okay. So let's have a look. In IceWarp, all you need to do is just click on the attachment. As you can see, you really get an Excel right in the browser again. So let me check it. Pre-sales questionnaire 2022. There we go. The rest looks pretty much okay. The customer name we can put in bold. Full name as well. Good. There we go. So I'm done. Let's close it. And yeah, the system automatically recognizes that I have modified the file which actually was received as the attachment. So what else? Well, of course, I would like to send the modified file back. So yes, and there you go. The file is already attached. And my goal is just to say revised and send it. So that is very easy. how to work with online editing of the document which has been received as an email attachment. And by the way, when we were working with the attachments, let me show you one more thing. I will upload here one file, which is IceWarp brand manual. But the problem is that it's a PDF, and because it's done by designers and they all love those high resolution pictures, the manual itself has 76 megabytes, which is too huge to be sent out directly, as the regular attachment. And since IceWarp EPOS version, we decided to stop using direct attachments. You know what I mean? Those standard attachments which we all are using, but they have many limitations. First of all, yeah, there is a file size. Yeah, you can't really send out a message which is 76 megabytes to anyone outside of your company because the max message size is set in most cases in between 10 or 15 megabytes. The other one is, well, if you will do that, the problem is that once you send it out, you lose the control over the attachment. You have no idea whether someone watch it, whether someone, have access that, whether someone is not resending the attachments to anyone else. Yeah. So we decided to stop using the direct attachments anymore, and instead of it, replace it with something we call smart attachment. And therefore, the file itself wouldn't really leave your own system. It will stay here in the files and documents of a user, of the sender. Yeah? And inside the message body, it will be replaced with just a link. And what else? Well, if you will have a look here to Upload Center, you can see that there is this brand manual, which I am going to send out. And once I will send it out, I'll be actually able to have a look to whether someone already accessed it. Yeah. So not only IP address and time of the access would be there, but I can revoke the link. And revoke the link means that in case I send it by a mistake and I'd like to, stop the attachment to be distributed or downloadable or accessible, I can do it with just one single click. And that's something which you simply can't do in the regular attachment. So yeah, that's how it is. IceWarp EPOS with smart attachments are changing the way how we are going to share details in between each other. And we'll send it to Casey. It's attached and send it. There we go. So are there any questions regarding the messages itself? Because I'm pretty sure the rest of that is all we expect from 2022 email system. Okay, so let's move on and let's have a look to a calendar. So of course, user may have access to various calendars, not only his own calendars, but also resources. Yeah, so we can turn on several other meeting rooms if you need it. Of course, you can also change the color, and you may have access also to shared calendars or public calendars of teams or departments, and it all is visible in the overview right here. But let's have a look how to schedule a new meeting here. So let's say here, I'd like to create project a kickoff meeting. Get with reminder, 10 minutes upfront. Well, nowadays you never know, whether a person on the other side would be or wouldn't be able to join you in person. So let's just be sure, and I will create a conference link as well with auto recording. Yeah, that's one of my key tool or key feature, because I always forgot, to turn on the recording. And from now on, during the invitation creation, you are about to just enable it, and later on, you don't really need to care about whether it is recorded or not, because it will start recording automatically once a user will join. And yeah, IceWarp EPOS also has the lobby mode, so you can turn on the lobby and therefore, approve every single one who might join us. And there's also password protection. So in case you'd like to go in higher security mode for all the conferences, you can turn it on as well. Good. And of course, attendees. So I need to have there Casey, Celia, and James. And just to be sure, I will also reserve the meeting room. There you go. Well, and now let's have a look on the right side, because as you can see, the meeting just a few moments ago was green. Now it's red. What does it mean? Well, the red means that someone from all those attendees you have invited might not be available during the time. Yeah. Uh, and as you can see, it is now Casey, and she probably have something else in her calendar, and therefore I know it, and it's red. Yeah. Now, especially in those situations where you are going to invite multiple people, it might be tricky to find when we all would be able to, have a meeting. So IceWarp came up with this type of button, find the best time for a conference, a great one. You just click on it. It will immediately say you that, well, if you will organize it in between 8 and 8:30, 9:30, and so on and so forth, it will be okay for everyone. So let's reschedule it to 3 up to 3:30 p.m. Done. Yeah. Now we see that everyone is available, and just create it. And there we go. We have it. And once we will right click on it, we can join it. Within a few moments, I should also receive, yeah, there it is, a confirmation from the meeting room that the meeting room has already been booked for the meeting. And of course, once I will go into the conferences, as you can see, Project A kickoff meeting, 3 up 3:30 p.m. is there. So that is how very easy it is to organize meeting. Doesn't really matter whether it is, online or in person, or this type of hybrid meeting where someone might be available online and the others might go in person in the meeting room itself. And of course, all those data might be also synchronized to mobile devices. Doesn't really matter whether it's Android or iOS, because we do support both of them using Exchange ActiveSync protocol, or CalDAV, CarDAV synchronization is possible as well. So again, if you will have any questions, just feel free to ask. And we are about to have a look to contacts. Well, contacts, yeah, just the simple contacts, which we all know. But let me show you. Of course, there are also public contacts, and more importantly, this is a global address list. Yeah. So in here, you have access to all other users in the same company, and therefore it's much easier for all of us to stay in contact with other people in the company. But the rest is pretty, obvious. Moving on to files and documents. So here you have access to whatever file you are going to upload or create, because you can also create new file here, new document, spreadsheet, presentation. And of course, there are multiple files supported, so it doesn't really matter whether it's a JPEG, whether it's Excel spreadsheet, PowerPoint presentation, or Word document, PDF, whatever. Even video can be stored there. And of course, by default, all those documents or all those files are shared just with you. Yeah, so they are private. But it's very easy to share them. You just hit the share button and you immediately get way how to share it with others, allow others to edit the document or provide them with just read only. You can also password protect the document and then just decide whether it will be sent out via email or get just a shareable link and share it, for example, into a team chat or into instant messaging or any other channel, or share the file directly into the team chat, which I will talk later about. The document is as well versioned. Yeah, so whatever change you do there or someone else will do there, it is versioned. So there is automatic revisions and you can come back to any previous version of the document. And of course, yeah, just click on it and you are there. The presentation will load and you can do whatever edits you need to, including animation, transitions, collaboration for notes, and yeah, presenter view. I would say 99% of all the users, all the standard users of Microsoft Office would be very confident, very much okay with all the functionalities which we are, allowing you in the web client. So, and yeah, as I mentioned previously, but let me just open it once again. All those files might be accessible also on desktop applications throughout the file sync. So no matter whether you are using Windows system or Mac OS or Linux, we do have a tool which is called FileSync. It does pretty much the same stuff as Dropbox or OneDrive, Google Drive, all those stuff. It just keeps all the data up to date according to whatever user has in here in his files and documents. And our recent update of IceWarp Mobile allows you to get access to all those files also from mobile devices. So for example, on iPhone, right in the Files application, the native one, you have your IceWarp EPOS and access to all those files like they would be in your mobile at the moment. Good. So those are files and documents. And as I mentioned before, once the document has been shared with someone else, I can open the tracking, yeah, and we'll see immediately who accessed the file, yeah, and yeah, here we see also the map. So I see that someone from Stockholm accessed the file from mobile Safari, and what time, if in case I need to, stop this behavior, stop sending or sharing the file, I can very easily just revoke the link, and there we go. So it's a very convenient way. Good. And we may move on. So tasks. Well, I will be honest to you. Tasks are mostly for personal tasks. IceWarp is not the task management system. Even though we were thinking some few years ago to do a huge upgrade on tasks, but then we decided that it will be much easier and much better for all our users to provide an easy way to integrate a great task management application into IceWarp EPOS. Yeah, so that's our goal at the moment. We are hardly working on all the integrations. So no matter what kind of application you'd like to use for task management, uh, it there will be an easy way to integrate it together with IceWarp. So for example, me personally, I'm using MeisterTask, and that's exactly what you would be able to use in the upcoming version. Of course, IceWarp would hold all the data, yeah, so it will store all the data, but the UI and UX and all the mobile apps would be available for you throughout the vendor you'd like to use. Then notes. Yeah, we all use notes. Notes might be also synchronized in between mobile devices and IceWarp EPOS as well. And yeah, one of the things which I really like on dashboard is that you can pin the note here. Yeah, so whatever is currently, the topic number one for you, you can pin it here into your sort of desktop, yeah, the dashboard itself. So that is a note pinned in the dashboard, and you can go finally to a team chat. So team chat, basically. We all know the situations where you need to start a new project, yeah, to organize some event, to discuss a certain topic with multiple people. And we all used before, those chain of emails, which became so messy. And you spend a lot of time just by trying to organize all of those messages and trying to understand and keep the pace with all those replies within the company. And that's exactly what Team Chat is all about. Yeah? You don't need to waste your time. You just need to create a new room, Team Chat room, private or public, and invite all those members which you'd like to have there. and very easily just start working and collaborating with them at one single place. So as you can see, we have quite a lot of team chat rooms. For example, here we are organizing partners conference, and it's very easy. You just invite all those people who you'd like to have there. And by the way, those people are not limited to just IceWarp users. Yeah, you can also very easily invite there any external person, the ones who have nothing to do with IceWarp. We call those users as a guest account, and those guest accounts are for free. Yeah, so they don't really count against your license, and they will have access exactly to just those team chat rooms where they have been invited, but can join you and can very easily use all the features inside the team chat itself. So, for example, here you see the partner webinar presentation. So we all can collaborate and use that presentation right in the team chat. Yeah. If there are some comments regarding that, you can have a look to those. So it's much easier than to see it, side by side. So you really know what the conversation was about. Can you please update the logo in this presentation? Well, of course, yeah. We see that this one is still the old one. So that's to be done. And whatever you need to edit is there. Yeah. Everything is stored automatically in the team chat. So you don't even need to save it. Just close it, and there you go. All those changes has been stored safely in the team chat. And recently, we also changed how the conversation here is handled. Because once you send a post, every single post you do is a new topic inside the team chat room. But of course, once you'd like to do some reply about it, it should be as a separate thread. Yeah? So every single post have its own thread where you can discuss that in more details. And of course, as you can imagine, once you are dealing with a lot of team chat rooms, it might be pretty messy or uncomfortable to keep a track of where else you have been mentioned or where else you are involved. So the good thing is that here in thread view, you see all of those parts where you are involved for whatever reason. Someone will mention you, there you go, it will be here. Someone will reply you will see it here. Yeah? No matter in what exactly team chat room has it happened, you will see it right here. And what else? You don't even need to be in team chat. You just may, go into here and work on emails, and on the right side, you still have access to all those conversations. So you don't need to look for a particular team chat room where to go in order to reply. You can reply right from here. I'm just reminding new logo to be changed. So yeah, this will immediately pop up on Celia's mobile because she of course have Team Chat Mobile where all those notifications are coming. And yeah, she will also see it in the follow threads because once you will be mentioned, you will get notification in here as well. So that is Team Chat. I mean, awesome tool for all those team conversations. And not that that's not all because of course from time to time you need to organize a new event, yeah, or meeting. So you just go here and start new conference, and it will immediately invite all of those attendees, meaning all of those members of the team chat room. And so you don't even need to go through all of them one by one. You just need to go into the team chat and invite them. Yeah, they all will have the invitation in their calendars. Good. Well, what else? I'd like to show you one more thing because recently we also implemented this open a new window. Open a new window means that you will see it as a separate window. And that means that, for example, once you will write a new email, you can open it in a different tab, not only tab, but it's perfect match for all those multi-screen displays and multi-screen scenarios. So once you have two monitors or three monitors, whatever, our CEO of five, but I'm sure you will most probably work with two or three. So it's great to have this type of window on one screen, um, team chat on another screen, and for example, instant messaging with some of the guys on another screen. Yeah. So there you go. This is how you can very easily work and organize your work also on multiple displays. Good. So what else do we have here? Of course, conferences. So as I mentioned before, all the conferences might be recorded, and then you will see in history all those recordings. Unfortunately, I don't have one here, but yeah, trust me, it's there. And then in the upcoming, you see, those recurrent or on-demand conferences, which you will be able to just join using Meet Now. And of course, you can also schedule it from here with all those features I mentioned already. Not only that, in our TeamChat mobile application, you are allowed to create an invitation right from the mobile device, join from the mobile device, of course, go through all those recordings. And what else? Recently, we also implemented Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a perfect match for all the ones who are on the road. Yeah, so even when you are driving and you need to jump on a conference, you are able to do so using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Because on your dashboard of your car, you will see IceWarp Team Chat, and everything will use your own, hands-free, so safe and still connected to a conference. So those are conferences. As I mentioned before, all you need to join the conference is either the mobile device with IceWarp, application on it, or just the browser. Of course, all those browsers are, supported except Internet Explorer. You know what? It's just ridiculous, that browser. But all of the others are supported. Chrome is the best one, but you may use the others as well. For example, me, I'm using Safari pretty fine. Everything is working there. But most importantly, you don't need any application to be downloaded. Yeah, you don't need it. You will just share the link to anyone else, and they will be able to join you on a conference call as well. So it's just a matter of a simple link. Okay. Yeah. What I like also is, especially when I'm going through an email, and from time to time there is a question whether I would be free on next Wednesday, 3 p.m. So let's open the calendar, yeah, and we're able to go through all those dates and have a look to my calendar whether it looks okay or not. So that's a calendar also available right on your fingertips on the right side, and it will stay there no matter where I am. Yeah, so I can work, on team chat in my emails and still get access to the calendar on the right side. And finally, let's have a look to a dashboard. So what is dashboard? I already started to explain it a little bit, but let me go through in a little bit more of details. So first of all, here on the left side, you see all those current or recent work you were working on in IceWarp EPOS. So I see all those recordings. Yeah, I can also see the demo questionnaire, which I worked recently on, some presentation, as well as the presentation which I worked during this demo. I have access to notes and can also create folders and organize my files. So it's really the desktop experience. I mean, the desktop where we all are storing files and some notes and other stuff. Because we were thinking how to create a unique interface where all our users may keep a track of their most up-to-date and most recent files and documents and things they are working on, and that is the dashboard. So because I'm currently working on, demos of the EPOS, on some marketing materials, and of course those, for example, presentations as well as the webinars. So that's why I see it right here, because that is most important for me at the moment. Later on in the more advanced versions, we are going to also allow you to share the dashboard with someone else. So imagine the situation that you are in a meeting, organizing the meeting and online. So every single meeting have its own notes. There you go, you have it. Most of the meetings are also used for discuss some files. There you go. And of course, we all, or all those attendees, need to have access to the recording. So all of that stuff is right here and can be shared in between the other members. Yeah. So one person is taking note, then we can reopen the whole session and have a look what has been done and what is still on hold or in progress or whatever. So that is a great tool, the dashboard, and I'm really looking forward to implement even more features like integrations with the MeisterTask, or our CEO is really looking forward to have their Spotify player. Yeah, even that might be possible in the upcoming version. So we have a big plans with dashboard itself. Yeah, and one last thing which I forget to mention, sorry about that, is the administration. If system recognizes me as the administrator, I have here, I would say, several links, into the administration itself. So I have information that new version is available, and I can, go directly to the website and check what's new there. I can manage the web client settings for all our users. I can go into domains and create new users, create new domains, modify the configuration of the domain itself, assigning limits, white labeling. I can go directly into system administration to check antivirus, anti-spam configuration, and other stuff. Go with the users, reset their passwords if they need to, turn on out of offices, all that kind of stuff, as well as, of course, the less favorite thing, the billing. Yeah. So just to wrap it up, I believe, the IceWarp EPOS is really a huge step in IceWarp history. It offers you so much, but still in a very simplified way. You all have all those features, every single user have all those features in just one single browser window. And it's secured, it's based on standards, and all we need is you to go through that. I'm sure you will love it as well, and your users especially. And we will help you with the whole, implementation, migration, and all the other stuff. We are not selling just the license. We do support you during the whole process of transition from the current solution to IceWarp. So thank you very much for your attention. If in case you have still some questions, just feel free to ask. Yeah, write in the chat or write us an email, or we can, in case you will have multiple questions, we can go into another meeting just to answer you all those questions. We'll be ready to help you and to guide you throughout the whole process as I promised. So thank you very much and have a great day. Bye bye.